I'm at our children's hospital. But miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show. Weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
It's Turn On Radio. He's Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara. I was going to say we have a ton of audio coming up, but you really cannot define audio by weight.
Yeah, it's
So,
yeah, that's a good point. I don't know how much it would weigh.
so we have audio coming from testimony yesterday and a few other things, all on the way.
Top of the Hour News is brought to you by House Products. Visit houseproducts.com.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
Live from the Uniden America studios, you are listening to Red Eye Radio. Uniden has been a cornerstone of the trucking industry from the beginning. Go to uniden.com today.
Eric and Gary for the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Tons of questions about the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. We thought we'd do a little Q&A. Here's a question. Does it work on any smell? Yes, the Thunderstorm gets rid of strong odors from cooking, cigarette smoke, litter boxes, and more. Even the mildew smell from basements.
How long does it take to work? Immediately. The Thunderstorm starts working in seconds to clear a room of any odor. What about replacement filters? No, you never need them. Does the Thunderstorm Air Purifier really work? Over 350,000 Thunderstorms have been sold already with thousands of 5-star reviews online.
Here's a question we get a lot. How do I get a deal on the Eden Pure Thunderstorm? Right now, you can save $200 on 3 Thunderstorms for whole home protection. That's 3 units for under $200. Just go to EdenPureDeals.com, enter the discount code REDEYE. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code REDEYE, and you get free shipping.
Every diesel needs to defend against clogged injectors, low lubricity, and slipping fuel economy. The best defense is the best defender. House Diesel Defender with advanced IDX4 detergent. Get a deeper clean, maximum lubricity, and boost fuel economy. Guaranteed. House Diesel Defender. Get optimal performance. House for every diesel.
If you're a trucking industry professional, then you need to stay on top of changing regulations, equipment upgrades, and technology advancements. Fleet Owner Magazine gives you all of this and more. Written for fleet executives and managers, Fleet Owner gives you the business intelligence on operations, vehicle maintenance, regulations, and information technology you need to stay ahead. But that's not all. With its monthly print publication, daily and weekly email newsletters, and a website updated several times a day, Fleet Owner has all the latest news and information delivered to you when you want it and where you want it. From industry experts to award-winning writers and columnists, Fleet Owner is the #1 source for trucking information in North America. Remember to visit fleetowner.com every day for the latest industry news. You can also sign up to receive Newsline, their free email newsletter, and subscribe to Fleet Owner Magazine. Visit fleetowner.com. Fleet Owner, for news you can use.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to once again offer its diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free CDC-approved year-long program begins January 9th, 2023, with live webinars focusing on nutrition, movement, stress management, sleep, and more. Sponsored by Southern Recipe, this program is for those at risk not already diagnosed with diabetes. Go to truckersfund.org, take the risk assessment located under the Health and Wellness tab, and sign up today.
WLWIAM is News Radio 1440, also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Ambulances carrying injured Palestinians and foreigners with passports have begun crossing from Gaza into Egypt at Rafah for the first time since the Israel-Hamas war began. CBS's Robert Berger is in Jerusalem.
Officials say 400 to 500 foreign passport holders will be allowed to enter Egypt from Gaza today. Now, that's a big breakthrough since the Rafah border crossing has been closed to civilians since the start of the war more than 3 weeks ago. The hope is that some of the 400 Palestinian Americans trapped in Gaza will be able to get out.
There's growing outrage over an Israeli airstrike that killed dozens of people in a crowded refugee camp. The Israeli military says it also killed a key Hamas leader. Here in the U.S., the FBI has arrested a 21-year-old engineering major at Cornell University for allegedly making anti-Semitic threats against the campus Jewish Center and a dining hall. New York Governor Kathy Hochul.
This cruelty by New Yorkers against New Yorkers must stop.
Former President Trump's 3 eldest children begin taking turns on the witness stand at their father's civil fraud trial in New York City today. Donald Trump Jr. is expected to testify. His brother Eric will be there tomorrow, his sister Ivanka next week. All 3 were executive vice presidents of their father's company before Ivanka left to join her dad at the White House. The death rate for babies in the U.S. is up for the first time in a long time. CBS's Michael George.
New data from the National Center for Health Statistics show the infant mortality rate in the U.S. rose 3% from 2021 to 2022. It's the first year-to-year increase in 20 years.
Researchers believe more women giving birth are facing issues getting proper care. Many analysts believe the Federal Reserve will not raise interest rates again when they wrap up a 2-day meeting later today. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
The Fed will likely be encouraged by the fact that inflation has drifted lower. As of last month, the Consumer Price Index was up by 3.7% from a year ago, and core prices have also been coming down.
The Department of Education's finding the largest private Christian university in the country, more than $37 million, claiming it falsely advertised the cost of receiving doctorates. Grand Canyon University President Brian Mueller has a problem with that.
They said this is not based upon student complaints. This is based on our reading of your website. Maybe the students ought to decide, right?
He claims the government's retaliating over the school's fight for nonprofit status. Dow Futures off 100. This is CBS News.
Make the hiring process work for you. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credits.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
There's new hope for a potential cure for a devastating blood disorder. CBS's Alexander Tin.
A new cure for the thousands of Americans with severe sickle cell disease is a step closer to FDA approval after a new gene therapy manufactured by Vertex Pharmaceuticals called Exocel was virtually 100% effective in trials and was met with few objections at a meeting Tuesday of the FDA's advisors. That came after the agency raised concerns over theoretical risks that Exocel might lead to unintended changes to patient genomes. An FDA decision on Exocel is expected by December 8th.
You might want to think twice about stiffing the person who shows up with your takeout delivery. DoorDash has added a pop-up in its app that warns customers orders with no tip might take longer. The company says it allows drivers to choose which orders they pick up, which means they'll likely skip you if there's no extra in it for them. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Research shows that successful ad campaigns share 8 characteristics. Radio is the only local media option that delivers all 8. manufacturers with emotional connections that build trust and credibility for your business. Radio is unskippable and quick. You get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your biggest secret sauce. Research also confirms that marketing campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio vibe. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia, and it's my job to get your business results. News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investor, an indexed annuity tied to growth in the stock market, but without any risk of loss ever. It's guaranteed money for life income, no matter how long you live. Call 888-509-2228. 888-509-2228. Sponsored by TV Agency Inc., Raleigh, North Carolina. Licensed in all states. Performance may vary. Consult with your financial professional before making your investment decision.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Telling you like it really is.
That's the fact check.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Family Dollar.
Why wait until after Thanksgiving to start prepping for holiday cheer? Shop for the season now and save with Family Dollar. Shop for great deals on seasoning supplies, baking essentials, and more. Family Dollar, helping you do more.
A cold start to our Wednesday morning, and for the rest of the work week, we'll have temperatures dip down into the 30s each and every morning. We'll be down into the 50s today with sunshine at or above Friday, we're closer to 70, and by this weekend, we're seasonably in the mid and upper 70s, warming close to 80 next week. So this cold weather doesn't last for very long. No rain, though, on our radar. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Wednesday hump day kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area. From Clanton, Albany, Greenville, no problems on 231 south out of Pawtucket, north out of Troy. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Larry Live Oak's been insuring the River region since 1988, customizing your insurance needs to the perfect plan. Live Oak Insurance, Main Street, Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Wednesday. Montgomery police are investigating a deadly Halloween night shooting. It happened on Millgate Road in a subdivision off Woodley Road. Police say the victim was taken to the hospital where he later died. No word on any arrest or suspects in that case. With things cooling down, there's still no rain, and Alabama continues to deal with bad drought conditions. Certain counties being designated as primary natural disaster areas. Peanut farmers say it's been one of the worst seasons so far. With Halloween now over, Thanksgiving and Christmas are up next, and the Heart of Alabama Food Bank is encouraging communities to spread cheer through donations. Food Bank officials say the holiday season is difficult for them. Pandemic and inflation playing a big factor in the rise of demand and the need for those facing food insecurity in central Alabama. I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News, and these are your morning headlines. Come fix my home real bad. Come fix my home.
Since 1969, you've trusted Bill Bradley when something breaks. Call Bill Bradley for plumbing, heating, and air conditioning concerns. Bill Bradley will come fix your home. Call today and tune up your AC for only $74.95. Bill Bradley, your source for all things green.
Walking in the real love. Moving alone. Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investor, an indexed annuity tied to growth in the stock market, but without any risk of loss ever. It's guaranteed money for life income, no matter how long you live. Call 888-509-2228, 888-509-2228. Sponsored by GB Agency, Inc., Raleigh, North Carolina. Licensed in all states. Performance may vary. Consult with your financial professional before making an investment decision.
Hey, did you know this print is everything small business needs? They can partner with signage. We print outdoor signs, posters, and banners. Or if a Valley School needs merch. We print tote bags, t-shirts, hoodies, hats. Baby. Walking in real love. Mugs, paper bags, anything. Because with this print, the printabilities are endless. Print it all with 25% off for new customers with code NEW25 at visitprint.com.
Moving alone.
Get empowered. Reach your financial goals. Visit samican.org. My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful dinner last week with food we hadn't seen in a long time. The next day, we received a handwritten note which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they had enjoyed our dinner together, along with an article that we had discussed. You know, in today's high-tech, low-touch world, it's refreshing to get a thoughtful handwritten note once in a while. It's enough to inspire me to get started. To learn more, check us out at BeKindnessRevolution.net.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Go.
Sometimes you need to reset. Refocus.
Oh, time to go to work.
The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Woo, cold water in the morning. It's raining. Come on now.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I will be here. If in the dark we lose sight of.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again, if you can. For it is one more day, one more. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. I'd say that was a reason to be thankful this morning, wouldn't you? Good morning. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning to you. Believe it or not, it is November the 1st, 2023 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled, Worth It to Follow Jesus. Our scripture insight today comes from Luke 14:33. And it reads, those of you who do not give up everything you have cannot be my disciple. Govern yourselves accordingly. Good morning. And again, it is November the 1st. It is a day that has never been. And it is a day, believe it or not, that once it's gone,
you'll never, ever see it again. You don't get a chance to, you don't get a chance to come back and do all the things that you ought to do today that you don't. You don't get a chance to undo the things that you do. You don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon this day from the past once it's gone. So whatever you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, and charity of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should not be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do what we can, while you can, for whom you can, until you can't. And help somebody else along the way. Bishop Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll be successful, because you're only a failure if you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but never, ever give up. And no matter what happens this day, it is a great day to be alive. Good morning to you. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading titled Worth It to Follow Jesus was written by Tim Gustafson. Ronit came from a religious but not Christian family. Their discussions about spiritual matters were dry and academic. I kept praying all the prayers, she said, but I wasn't hearing from God. She began to study the Bible. Slowly, steadily, she inched towards faith in Jesus as the Messiah. Ronit describes the defining moment. I heard a clear voice in my heart saying, "You've heard enough. You've seen enough. It's time to just believe." But Ronit faced a problem. Her father. My dad responded as if Mount Vesuvius erupted, she recalls. When Jesus walked this earth, crowds followed him. We don't know exactly what they were looking for, but he was looking for disciples. And that comes with a cost. If anyone comes to me and does not hate father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even their own life, such a person cannot be my disciple, Jesus said in Luke chapter 14. He told a story about building a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost? He asked. Jesus' point wasn't that we're to literally hate family. Rather, it's that we must choose him over everything else. He said, "You whom do not give up everything you have cannot be my disciples." Ronit loves her family deeply, yet she concluded, whatever the cost, I figured it's worth it. What might you need to give up to follow Jesus as he guides you? Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Luke chapter 14, verses 25 through 33. Large crowds were traveling with Jesus, and turning to them, he said, "If anyone comes to me and does not hate father and mother, wife and children, brothers and sisters, yes, even their own life, such a person cannot be my disciple. And whoever does not carry their cross and follow me cannot be my disciple. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? Or if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish it, everyone who sees it will ridicule you, saying, 'This person began to build and wasn't able to finish.' Or suppose a king is about to go to war against another king. won't he first sit down and consider whether he is able with 10,000 men to oppose the one coming against him with 20,000? If he is not able, he will send a delegation while the other is still a long way off and will ask for terms of peace. In the same way, those of you who do not give up everything you have cannot be my disciples. Let's pray. Father, please help us to choose your Son over everything this world has to offer. May we speak boldly of the reason we have such a commitment to you, and may our lives be a display of your love and forgiveness that attracts others to you. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Stephen Tabor, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, it's time to rise and shine. That's right, we got PT today. It's coming. So just wait on it. Wait on it. It's coming. Come on, General.
Airborne, every day, we run to the sun, no sweat, not yet, down in the mess hall on my knees, we got nothing to eat but a can of beans, the bread was molded and the meat was bad, well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Hey, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough, airborne, all the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be.
And the 82nd Airborne knees in the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jet from an aircraft while in flight. Come on now. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Somebody bring my boots. I don't want these girly tennis shoes. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering blow. Come on now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Drive it on. Drive it on. Come on now. I'm ready to go. Somebody get the first sergeant out here, the sergeant major. Tell them they're not retired yet. Unless they retired on active duty. All right then. Get Sergeant Smith out here. Let's get this done. Let's get it done now. I don't want to see no slacking. Do it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hard work. Oh yeah. Work, work. Oh, oh. Hard work, work. Hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, work, work. I earn my pay. Hard work, do it every day. I get up by the 2:45. Oh, and earn my pay. Right, shit, y'all. Hard work, work. And go to work. Hard work, work, work. That's what they say. Hard work, I earn my pay. Hard work, hard work, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hard work, oh yeah. That's what this is. Hard work, oh yeah. Oh, hard work, work, work. That's what this is. Hard work. Woo! Hard work. Hard work, work, work. And do ever I say, hard work, work, work. Hard work, work, work. Oh, hard work, work. On the airplane, any other morning rain. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Sit them on down. Oh yeah. Hard work, work. Hard work, work. What they say? Hard work. I earn my pay. Oh, whew. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's enough PT for today. All right, somebody tell the cooks down there we need some of that good SOS for breakfast this morning because I am hungry. Throw all of the onions in there while you're at it, okay? And make sure somebody makes sure there's plenty of milk in the thing out there. Outstanding. That way I can drink plenty of milk to get rejuvenated. Whew, this PT getting to me sometimes. But I won't quit. I never fell out of a run yet, so today won't be the first day that happened. Now, good morning to you. Let's pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. Did I miss anybody? Space Force. Okay, and Space Force. I don't really know what they do, but they're part of the family. But right now, we got an eye on them. Let's see whether or not they're going to earn some of that respect we give them. Anyway, and good morning to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, this is an Air Force town, and we must pay homage to we are the guests of the United States Air Force. And if anybody sees a 141 land out there one day, somebody please let me know. I just got to see it one more time. That's right, the Starlifter. Okay, the C-141. Best jumping airplane there ever been. I mean, the 123 and the 130 is okay, but that Starlifter, somebody's called it a snake in the air. That was a hell of an airplane. No, I never flew it. No, I never flew it. I flew on it a bunch of times, but I never flew. How can a guy that's scared of airplanes be airborne? Let me think about that. But I wasn't afraid of the 141. Not what I like that bird. All right. And I like the C-130 also. The C-123. Now the Chinook. Now that's the one that scared me sometimes. The Chinook helicopter. I say, the helicopter. They don't glide. They just drop. I'm just saying. You ever been on one? You know what I'm saying. I think everybody who jumps on an airplane, regardless of what their belief is, they pray. Well, they all do. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine, Montgomery. And good morning to the Montgomery Police Department. And good morning to the Montgomery Sanitation Department, although they never say hi to me when I go down there. Also, good morning to the Sheriff Department. Good morning to Derek Cunningham and Daryl Albert. And good morning to the ambulance drivers. Like the fire department, and good morning to the fire department because, they do their thing too. You know what I'm saying? One of the best fire departments in the United States of America. Hey, who wouldn't be proud of that? To Chief Jordan. Good morning to you. Good morning to the Montgomery City Council personnel. Too many names. Good morning to the County Commission and the Commissioner Singleton. Yeah. Hope Alzheimer's ain't coming in. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It's another day on top of the ground. And the ground's not on top of you. Good morning. Okay, if that does not wake you up first thing in the morning, I can't think of what I got this. Okay, there's this program. Yeah, I am. But there's this program that comes on television. It's on TLC. I cannot help myself. Okay, I can't help myself. I have to watch it. And it's called My 600-Pound Life. Now, the last night they had somebody who was 900 pounds, a woman, 900 pounds. And so now, initially, when you look at people who weigh that much, you say they just eat too much. They just got, they need some discipline. Then I got to think. Well, don't we all have something that we can't get rid of? Now, mine has been Coca-Cola for the last 30 years. Okay, but today, I'm going to do my best not to drink another Coke. No Coke with sugar in it. Now, okay, I'm gonna do the non-sugar drink. Okay, no more Coke with sugar in it. So I'm done. I'm through. I'm through. Those people on my 900, my 600-pound life, you know, they have every intention on losing the weight. They have every intention, but somehow when that food gets in front of them, they just can't help themselves. Now, one time I was weighing 235 pounds. Now, if I'm 6'3", that's pretty good weight. I wasn't 5'7", and 235 pounds, that's not a lot. And so I had to make my mind up how to live it. But I still had a difficult to believe. How do you get to be 6 feet? Man, that's it. But here's the problem, though. For the rest of us, we can see 600 pounds. What we can't see is what your 600 pound looks like. 600-pound life looks like, because we can't see it. We all got issues. And you have to live. We got something. And to be honest, there's something that we need to give up. We probably don't want to give it up, whether it's cigarettes or smoking or whatever it is. Drinking some of that, drink some of that margaritas or some of that good wine. I don't know. I think wine's good. Looks good. I'm drinking some of that Remy. Drinking some of that Budweiser. I don't know which one. What our problem is. We all got some. Or maybe you just a butthole all the time. That's your 600-pound weight. This is a butthole. You don't have to be nice and kind to people. Well, whatever it is, whatever your 600-pound weight is, I get right. We all need to work on it. Okay, so that's worth it. So don't be picking at fat people. They got problems too. I mean, they got problems. But we need to figure out what their problem is. Okay, I'm just saying. Don't be bothered. You watch this show, and I got to tell you, watching these movies, when I see big people now, I don't pass judgment on them. I don't eat so much because they got a problem. They have a problem. So I'm just saying, you might want to watch that show sometimes. It'll change your perspective on a lot of things in life. Anyways, TLC, my 600-pound life. I guarantee you just sit there shaking your head on the TV. But it can happen. It can happen to them. It can happen to you. It can happen to me. Be careful how we judge people externally, because we don't know what's going on into. Right? I'm just saying. Can't wait till the next episode. We'll be back.
Well, it starts to our Wednesday morning, and the rest of the work week will have two to three success each and every morning. We'll be out east of 50 today with sunshine for above 60% Thursday. Saturday, we're closer to 70 by this weekend. We're usually in the mid and upper 70s, going close to 80 next week. So it's still better than today. The rainbow.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
You see something else I think that would be trouble with that, if you contact us, we'll pass the info on. We do appreciate everybody's help. Right now, the interstate, we use for the help. We need support and service, we can't start. Somebody take a half back and get great perspective. From Highway 80, just off of I-85. But also, we start like The League of Legends World Championship is officially underway. Team GDS and GAM Esports were able to sneak into the Swiss stage, and now the real battles have begun. The first round of games already proved to be exciting, as Team Esports are the favorite of Team Esports. While Cloud9, Gen V, and T1 are still on top, that could change at any moment. Who do you think will win it all? The latest esports news online at 103.com. Is the labor shortage wreaking havoc on your cleaning company? Has the increased cost of labor made you second guess your own staff? You're not alone. At Junior Heating and Cleaning Clean, you have a solution for you. Whether it's cleaning your office, school, neighborhood, or everything, let us use our 35 plus years to keep moving. Don't wait. Go to 2021. Let's get into our job so you can do it. Something else really sounds like something that we can do, and that is Medishare. Medishare and paper healthcare really families at the $500 a month. That is huge, but it's also people are way more satisfied than the first too. The member satisfaction rate for Medishare is incredible. Medishare works. People love having telehealth and huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, really, you can save a ton, love it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy and you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can say. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE. Just Lawns and Gravel is proud to be the area's trusted source for all things window treatment related. Whether you're looking for classic lines, stylish shades, or luxurious drapes, Just Lawns and Gravel is here to help transition your home to the perfect look designed just for you. It's an easy process. Just stop in and visit our showroom in Prattville. Within minutes, you'll be introduced to the very latest fabrics and window treatment options, and many conveniences of motorization and smart home options. We hope to see you at Just Blinds in Prattville.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is Medishare. Maybe put switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medishare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can say. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE. When seasonal allergies or clogged sinuses are making you miserable, you want fast relief. But there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's an alternative solution that provides fast relief, and it's called Navage. Navage is the natural drug-free way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick, easy, and most important, it will help you breathe better. Don't take a chance on medications that may not work as promised. Instead, trust drug-free Navage to help wash away the source of your misery so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose,
healthy life.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, and good morning again. Well, it is time for the word of the day as well as lessons of life. Now, the lessons of life this morning today is profound. It's profound. It is a profoundary, whatever. It's profound. Okay. Listen, wait, I'm gonna try an experiment here. There's got to be somebody up besides me and Mr. Ed. So if you call, say hi to me. Good morning. With Al Jarreau here, because I need a good morning this morning because it was a rough night. I need a good morning. If you never called before, right now this hour is for people who've never called before, not people who called before. Because no. So 1440. I gotta get some motivation this morning. I gotta get some motivation this morning. I went to my refrigerator last night. Early this morning. It was about 2:30 somewhere around. I'm looking for something in the refrigerator, and I heard them talking again. I'm just telling you. I heard they thought because I closed the kitchen door that they could have a conversation without me hearing. But I went in there, I snuck in there. I didn't turn on the light because normally I turn on the light, and they know that I'm in the room. So I put my ear to the refrigerator. And it was like they was having what do you call that thing when you do a football team on the weekend? What do you call that? Whatever you do, when everybody gets out there and start cooking their bratwurst sausage or they connect the sausage, whatever the case may be. It's not like that in the refrigerator. They have one of them parties. Okay, seriously, I don't think I'm joking. I'm telling the truth. Good morning. So what's the difference between Coke Zero and no? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, that's like no sugar. Was Sprite's good, and they got one now called Sprite with a little bit of cranberry in it, and it actually tastes good. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm giving it up as of today. No more sugar drink. I'm done with it. All right. Huh? I appreciate it. All right. Appreciate that. Good morning. Hello. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate. Okay, I just want to make sure you're up and I'm up. We're not the only two people up this time. Anyway, good morning to you. I enjoy getting up for you guys. Well, I do. It gives me something to do, and that way I don't sit there, you know, becoming 600 pounds. So I tell you, if you watch my 600-pound life, my friends, it will change the way you eat. You look at food. It certainly changed my mind because let me tell you what I should do. Okay, I'll get to that later. I'll get to that later. Anyway, the word of the day means to shorten by or as if cutting off. Now, this is the word that if you in the computer business, you've been around computers a while, you may not know what to call this, but this has happened. If you have ever lost data in your computer, or let's say your hard drive went bad, and we go back in there and we find your data, but we can't look at it. Well, there's a process called truncate. And what that truncate means, even though we may see your data, we cannot read it because it has been truncated, which means that by the process in the computer, and I don't really know the computer lingo that goes with this, but it means that it has been shorted. Okay, so which means that it's no good to you. Once data has become truncated, it's hard to get it back. Now there may be you can send your data to what we call a hermetically sealed environment, and maybe they can get some of it off, but to you, yeah, that's way above my pay grade. So once you have truncated data or anything that's truncated, that means it has been shortened by 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 some process by which we had no control over. Okay, so that's the problem. So I'm gonna give you some free information. Back up your data. Back it up. If you don't back it up, sometimes all the money in the world won't give it back. Okay, so back up your data on a thumb drive or flash drive, however you want to call it, and that way, when the computer goes, because it's not a matter of if, it's merely a matter of when. Okay, so the word of the day is truncate, truncate, which means to cut off, okay, or to shorten. Okay, most of the time you'll hear that word as it relates to computer data. All right. Now, this is for young people today. This is for young folks and millennials and those that are 40 years old maybe or something like that, and they don't realize that they haven't lived that long. Although by the time you're 40 something years old, you probably had something. But anyway, you know, we can ask the good Lord all the time why. We'll never get the answer. We won't know the answer right then and there. But the answer will come. But every once in a while, we ask why. Why me? Why them? Why me? Why did I lose my job? Why did I didn't hit the lottery? Why did my mom have to die? Why did my father have to die? Why did my sister have to die? Those are questions we'll ask ourselves. Why did my friend have to die? Those are questions we ask ourselves from now to infinity. And we'll never know God's answer to the questions we ask. Often. Sometimes He reveals it, and sometimes He doesn't. But there is one thing that if you live, what will happen to you? Everybody, I mean absolutely everybody that puts a little time in on this earth will go through something that will change them in a way they can never, ever go back to the person they once were. And if it hasn't happened yet, it will. Everybody has or will go through something that will change them in such a way they will never go back to the person they once were. And bear in mind, if it hasn't happened yet, live it, like my mother used to say. It will. Okay. So that is a lesson of life today, along with the word truncate, which means to shorten, okay, to cut off. Okay. I guess I guess I'm truncated. No. I'm not truncated. I'm short, but I didn't get cut off. I just because I grew. I've grown. My son's both taller than I am. Everybody, I was in a restaurant the other day. And everybody in it was taller than me. I had to look above everybody. Matter of fact, I was surprised that the lady at the counter saw brother. They tried Anyway, it is November the 1st. It is the 305th day of this year. There are 60 days left in this year. It was on this day in 1936 in a street in Milan, Italy, Benito Mussolini described the alliance between his country and Nazi Germany as an axis running between Rome and Berlin. In 1604, William Shakespeare's tragedy, I love this play, Othello, was first presented at Whitehall Palace in London. In 1765, the Stamp Act, passed by the British Parliament, went into effect, prompting strict resistance from American colonists. Well, I don't blame them over there. In 1861, during the Civil War, on this day, President Abraham Lincoln named Major General George B. McClellan General-in-Chief of the Union Army, succeeding Lieutenant General Winford Scott. In 1945, believe it or not, Ebony, a magazine geared toward black leaders, was first published. And what a great magazine it was for years, especially the Centerfold. We like that. So I'm pretty in that thing. 1950, two Puerto Rican nationalists tried to force their way into the Blair House in Washington, D.C., in a failed attempt to assassinate President Harry S. Truman. One of the pair was killed along with a White House police officer. So these things have been happening for a while. 1952, the United States exploded its first hydrogen bomb, codenamed Ivy Mike. Okay, in the Marshall Islands. 1968 was the year the Motion Picture Association of America unveiled its new voluntary film rating system, which was G for general, M for mature audience, later changed to DP, and then PG, R for restricted, and X later changed to NC-17. That's when you guys are naked people in, doing the wild things, something like that. Let people know that's what's going on in the movie. 1973, following the Saturday Night Massacre, acting Attorney General Robert H. Ford appointed Leon Jaworski to be the new Watergate special prosecutor, succeeding Archibald Cox. The year was 1989. I'm set in Germany, Oahu, and Honolulu, just having a great time. Having a great time. It's a long story. And I was over there when Magnum was being filmed and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay. I could lie this one thing. The husband says I lied about everything. I could have lied and say I'm in a boat, but I didn't. I was busy working. Okay. 1989, East Germany reopened its borders with Czechoslovakia, prompting tens of thousands of refugees to flee to the west. And in 1991, Clarence Thomas took his place as the newest justice on the Supreme Court. In 1995, Bosnia peace talks opened in Dayton, Ohio, with the leaders of Bosnia, Serbia, and Croatia present. In the 2003 Democratic presidential candidate Howard Dean spurred controversy within his party by telling the Des Moines Register he wanted to be the candidate for guys with Confederate flags in their pickup truck. The former Vermont governor explained that he was intended to encourage the return of Southern voters who had abandoned the Democrats for decades but were disaffected with the Republicans. I can understand that. I get that. He was trying to, piss off. Now, me personally, I don't have anything bad about a guy who walks around with a Confederate flag in his truck. Hell, it's his truck. He can put it back where he wants to put it back. What bothers me at all? 14 years ago, Hamid Karzai, Afghan President Hamid Karzai's challenger, former Foreign Minister Abdullah withdrew from the upcoming runoff election, effectively handling Karzai a victory. Okay, then their CIT group filed the biggest Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing in U.S. corporate history. It emerged from bankruptcy protection the following month. That's good. A U.S. man, I don't know. Oh, and an Ethiopian runner named Deratu Tulu won the women's title in the, I guess that's the New York City Marathon. I still don't figure out why people want to run 26 miles. Why do people climb mountains? I guess everyone's there. I guess people want to run because they I know. Every time I ran, there'd be a drill sergeant behind me. There'd be a sergeant. Okay. Okay. And plus, not knowing that, if you didn't run, if you fell out the run, you had to do KP. Okay, so I didn't want to do the KP thing. I was hungry there. 9 years ago, the national average price of gasoline was $2.95, $2.99. So let's say $3. According to AAA. Good boy. Making the first time in 4 years, the gas was cheaper than $3 a gallon. Okay, $2.99.9. That's $3. Okay, I'm just. The United Nations expert panel on climate science meeting in Copenhagen, Denmark, finished a report of global warming that the agency said offered a conclusive evidence. Right, that's a little lie for the man. The humans were altering the Earth's climate system. You know that's a lie. Show me the video. Give me the proof. Because if Mount St. Helens didn't do it when I was up there, then we certainly won't do it. What a bunch of crocodile. Anyway, 5 years ago, Robert Bowers pleaded not guilty to federal charges in the shooting of 11 people left dead at a Pittsburgh synagogue. Funerals for the victims was the deadliest anti-Semitic attack in American history, continue for a third day. Yeah, I hope you don't stay alive. Although I'm against the death penalty, but I will make an exception for this guy. Anybody that does that kind of thing. Because there are no earthly good. No earthly good about it. At least in my mind. One more thing. Thousands of Google employees around the world briefly walked off the job to protest what they said was the company's mishandling of sexual misconduct allegations against executives. And that, my friends, is that. What is today? Today is National Vinegar Day. I guess you can. Hey, I didn't know you could put vinegar in a cup, put it in the house, and it will absorb odor. I didn't know that. Okay. It's World Vegan Day. I think veganism is crazy. All that meat out there, you want to leave it out there. You want to eat vegetable. I'm sorry, I can't go with it. But it is your day. All Saints Day in Spain. It's also All Saints Day celebrated by the Roman Catholic Church and the Methodist churches in America. The anniversary of the revolution. Here's a look at how, and that's in Algeria. We don't know it. Antigua Independence Day. Don't know much about them either. Let me see now. Coronation Day and Day of His Majesty the King. That certainly can't be us. We think we king sometimes, but we're not. Okay. And it's also D. Hamilton Jackson Day. I don't really know who he is either. It's the extra mile day. Okay, today is the day at work you give a little extra. You do a little extra at work today. Okay, like me. I'm going to talk to people that I already want to talk to. Okay, I'm giving the extra mile today. All right. What else? Canada Day. I don't know what that is. Something Russian. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. It's Cut Day, K-U-T, whatever that means. It's an Indian culture holiday that appreciates nature and the harvest time. The National Advent Calendar Day. Yeah, that's what that is. National Biologic Coordinator Day. Okay, whatever that is. National Brush Day. I'm familiar with a brush. I know what that is. And one more, National Calzone Day. I think that's something that you eat. And National Cinnamon Day. I think you can put cinnamon on the calzone. I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, National Deep Fried Chicken Day. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. I knew I'd get a holiday I like. All right then. And that's National Jaden Day. Your name is Jaden. I gotta go. We'll be back. Bye.
News update on News Radio.
Good morning. What's going on, Elkman?
Dino?
The man with the plan. Think of a trick. You get a treat. Yeah. I haven't had anyone to come by. Actually, there are no kids on my street. They're up in the closet in the field. They don't go in place. Everybody knows everybody up there.
Maintain their good look.
Well, that's privately owned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not hood?
No, that's a private. That's like the one at Columbus Square. Only 25% of those people are required to be build them out. Or actually, it's only 25% for the town.
Deborah Rodriguez.
Most of the people, everyone out there pays the full amount, whether it's subsidized or whether they pay it out of their pocket. You know, the one down on the square, their rule is a little bit different. They're a little bit stricter. That's why the majority of the people down there pay full rent. Not a housing site. No, it doesn't. No, okay. The one down here, those apartments look like the same apartments that the guy has in New York. The guy that's in New York, that's what his apartment looks like. That's not a project. That's a house. That's row houses. That's why they look different from the ones over in Centennial Hill. Columbus Square is from a developer from New York. The ones from here.
That's what it looks like project.
None of them look like projects. That looks like
the government brown buildings.
No, that's not. That's an apartment.
No, but it looks like a government brown project, like they got in New York.
No, that's not a project.
Okay, it looks like a project.
No, that's an apartment. No, that has the floor plan,
right?
The look and everything.
It may be, but I just say, then why did they make them look like a project?
That isn't. You don't know what a project looks like. Let me ask you this: what about Centennial Plaza Centennial? Does that look like a project? It does. Okay, what that looks like is a period of what you had conventional housing with bricks on it, because the federal government requires that you have at least 25% bricks on it. Okay, they're required. The federal HUD requires that they put bricks on their buildings. It's part of fire code or something. But that is not public housing.
It looks like public housing.
No, it's not. You don't know what public housing looks like.
I don't know why you think I ain't never been.
You know what?
It looked like Cabrini Greens to me in Chicago.
No, it doesn't.
To me, it does.
Cabrini Greens is just a big brick building,
and that's what they look like.
No, they're not.
I said to me, you said it looks like projects.
Well, me, because I study architecture, I know what architecture is. I know what each period looks like, and I know what each.
The project period been here a while.
No, that's what it looks like. You have a very limited knowledge. I'm not saying you don't know anything. You're just limited in your knowledge, and based on
I know what things look like to me.
There you go.
And it looks like a project.
From your perspective, which is based on your perception that a brick building is a project. That's not necessary.
I did not say a brick building was a project.
There, it was like a big brick building.
I said they look like a brick project.
3-story, and I forget the name.
I don't care what they got. They look like they're all brown, like government buildings. They look like projects. Now the ones on Hall Street, they look good.
In other words, the group that did that is just to simulate the conventional house.
Right, it wasn't making you feel like you were coming home. You're over there on Columbia Street, it looked like project. Wait a minute, it looks like project.
In other words, they're going to use wood.
They still look like projects.
There's a reason. Whether you look, every apartment is going to look like that.
No, not that brown of the brick. It makes you think the government.
And that's a special order brick.
That's not a cheap brick. It's going to be cheap.
No, that's a special order brick. That's not even a brick that comes around.
It still look like a project brick.
What's a project brick? Oh man, you are really.
Colleges in California. Faculty at all 23 campuses of the California State University system could walk the picket line if contract negotiations go well. In addition to 12% pay raise for some faculty, union members will also be moving scholarships and
Walking. Put my Kango hat on, changing the whole system level. Oh yeah. Well, the child turned 17 last week. 1 year old. It's good to be old. That's your own grandchildren. Right. That is grandkids.
It's Martin in this afternoon at 5 p.m. on Music Radio.
All right, good morning, everybody. Hope before we get to our show, we need to have a very, very serious conversation. And that conversation is about a court. Its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? Like 1,400. It's time to have the conversation about substance abuse. Now, hope is real. Recovery is real. So if you are a family member or a friend suffering from substance use disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or go or post it now. And you go to our website, ncadd.org. Give them a call, 262-1629, or go to again to ncadd.org. Let's get some help today from a closer. 334-262-1629. Because drug abuse not only affects you, it affects everybody and everything around you. Give me a call, closer. 334-262-1629. We get some help you need right now. Okay? Take it seriously. Yeah, I'm sure glad I never did that. Although, maybe not. My brother did that. That's how he did it. Have you ever watched that movie, 600 Pound Life?
No.
How come?
How come?
How come?
I don't know. I haven't watched every movie.
You learn, well, it ain't a movie, it's a series of well, all these people, yeah, a lot of people were big, really big.
Big and
overweight.
Oh,
real big.
Big.
Yeah,
more big.
More big. Yeah. And then I used to go, you can think of that. Fatness or goodness, you can see it. What you can't see are the mental issues that people have sometimes. I mean, you can't be normal and sit there and eat yourself.
Well,
right.
That's the right.
Yeah,
got everyone got much food. I mean, one day it's like a 9. That's like with college. Anyway, that's the way it goes sometimes. I don't look at big food the same way I used to look at it. I know that it's another problem. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, the average person not comprehend people eating themselves to death. That's good. You eat good, you don't just eat. Some people just eat, some people just eat. You know, you know. No, I don't feel different. Like even burn people, when I say you can burn people, educate people on the food. It's not that it takes different forms. Where's the start? If you don't know this story, you don't know this story. Yeah. Yeah. The young lady was 600 pounds, and they she had a man, now that really kind of confusing a woman that big to get a girl, to get a man. Okay. And he was going to a doctor in the hour and everything. And he realized nobody of these people. Well, the big woman got into a fight with her man's sister, and they go into Texas to get some help, and they just put her outside the road. You don't do that. Because she just been like, she thought he was using them. You know, I'm pretty sure. Well, that's part of the big problem. America is nobody is, that you are no. It's a couple things in the United States now. We have stars who are morbidly obese. Now they say this was made this way. And you're not doing it. No, what should the weight be? No. I'm doing it. Yeah, at 6 years old, I ain't going to be 100. Okay, that's weight. Probably about 100. That's for the skinny people. No, we're talking on the weight. Probably about 170. How do you know that? I'm 5'8", so I know what my weight is. Well, I'm normal weight. Yes, but what's a 5'7" person weight? Normal people. That's normal weight. That's harder with. That's white people. That ain't black people. Wait a minute. We got muscle. Wait a minute. We got muscle a lot. We got muscle. If you look, I'll give you a good example. If you look at an example of indigenous people in any country, what size are they? They're weak. I don't know what size they are. I don't care what size they are. But in this country, I'm a good weight. I can run. I can jump. I mean, you brought it up. I don't try to criticize you, but I'm a normal weight. That's who? Who made the scale for you? The doctor. The doctors could be wrong. And BMI is an artificial. It's an artificial standard that they came up with. Who made them to say what you supposed to weigh? Well, it's medicine. It's an artificial construct. The heart that for a person of certain size can pump a certain amount of blood. Yeah. Well, that woman 900 pounds, her blood's been pumping. Well, that's not normal. Well, again, maybe she has problems. Yes, and overweight people have problems. I'm glad I don't. So we do. All right. 45. That's what it was. I don't know where the heck I carry a parachute on my back and all that stuff at 140 pounds. And my rucksack weighs. How much you think you got? I don't care. Normal weight. Who made the standard? Well, I'm saying he's very strong. Okay. You don't have to be big to be strong. Yeah. He wasn't carrying a 70-pound rucksack on his back for years. Let me ask you a question. Yeah. You think you're stronger than me? I probably would. You want to test it out? have any envy. Yeah. I don't have any envy. That I got a mind bigger than yours. No, I'm not saying that. Okay, so I said I was talking about strength. My point was is the size is not does not determine. I'm struggling with it. All right, good morning on air. Good morning. There you go. Mhm. I don't know why you believe what you believe. I don't know why you believe what you believe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm listening. Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Are you listening? Can I ask you a question? Okay. What is love? Yeah. Yeah. What is your definition of love? And what does that mean? And what is God? Okay. 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 Well, since this is not that's conversation for tomorrow and not today, so we're gonna bypass that conversation at the moment. Until you can tell me what love is, we don't need to have this conversation between you and I, because you can't tell me. You can tell me who love is, and that's God, but you don't tell me what love is. Again, that's not true. How is wait a minute. If you go to Corinthians, it tells you the attributes of love. It don't say God. It says God. It says God. It says love is patient. Love is the things that you do and not what you say. Anyway, you got anything else? You got anything else for them? Sunday school ain't in the book. No, this is not in the book. It's a man-made construct, and it's not in the book. Yeah, you get 30 seconds, then I gotta go because you're getting them. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Well, we don't have no problem. We don't have no problem. We don't have no problem with kids. It's always good to hear from you there, Mr. Ed. See you later. Okay. See you later. Good morning. Who's this? And and hey, good morning. Hey, wait, wait, oh, hold on a second. 163 pounds is what the average weight for a male. Okay, 163 pounds. Yeah. Woman, 122 to 149 pounds. Okay. What is the recommended weight? How would you recommend weight? What is the recommended weight? Whatever makes you feel good. Whatever makes you feel good. If you feel good, you just think you're right about everything. You're wrong. No, I'm not. You're wrong. Okay. Now, okay. You're right. Lieutenant, talk to me. Yeah. That's right. We on that dope. You can do all kind of things. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Have you ever seen the program?
some emotional issues. Yeah. You should put them on a water diet. You put them on a water diet. Just bring them some water and some meat every once in a while. Yeah. I mean, all your money goes to food. There's nothing else to buy. I guess it's what you just ate then. They give you disability.
Well, it's a mental illness like any mental illness. The person has to make the decision on their own. Yeah.
Well, you know who's gonna go? Yeah. Yeah. And again, some of it, I can't put it all on this, but I do know one thing. How many people come to your city or your state where you are illegally and go to it's some of the problem. It is some of the problem. If they don't have insurance, it is some of the problem. It is. And
A lot
also,
of indigent patients, the majority of indigent patients are not.
you think that
The
helps?
majority of
Do you
indigent
believe that
patients are
helps?
not immigrants.
Do
I
you
can tell you
think
that. Look,
do you think that helps the
Really,
problem or not?
I can tell you this because I was born at St. Jude Hospital. We're doing the same thing. It went out of business because of indigent patients.
And we got Obamacare and everything. They ain't no indigent patients anymore.
Yes, they are.
Really? I thought everybody got insurance.
No, that's not.
Oh, I thought everybody got insurance for the phone.
No, everybody does.
My bad.
No, we were talking.
I guess they lied to us about that one too.
But the question is, what do we do? Do we sit here and argue about immigrants, or do we look at what the problem really is? It's indigent patients. People just can't afford. And if you go to the emergency room for a call,
okay, so let me get this right. If we
you get in an ambulance,
already have problems with indigent people our own, do you believe that another group of people who are indigent on top of that problem?
That is not the problem. The problem is indigent patients, period.
Okay.
Not immigration, not lack of. That's what it is. They call it what it is.
Okay.
So what do you think? What is your opinion on it? Right. St. Margaret. Those were charity hospitals.
Well, according to the Alabama Constitution, we're supposed to have a hospital in the county to take care of the poor. That's according to the Alabama. I guess they got that part of the Constitution. So,
Yeah, both of them were charity hospitals. Yeah.
all right. Appreciate it. Good morning. This is Eve. Whatever you want to be on it. I was write stuff down to talk about. Whatever you want to talk about. I get all kind of things written down. Of course. What you got? What's on your mind? Well, I understand you. I don't understand you. I don't understand you.
What is he speaking? You can't understand it.
I just don't say what's on your mind, and you're still trying to figure out what's on my mind. What's on your mind? Just whatever on your mind. Wait a minute. Who am I picking at? I'm not picking at anybody. Okay. Well, I'm not exactly sure who God's people are. If they say they are, you're not God's people because He said many days He'll say, "Go," because I know you're not. So I don't know. Just because you call on a radio show and harass the host all the time doesn't make you God's people. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. And I'm like you. I'm like you. When I feel that about there's certain creatures in this town who I absolutely honor. I think they're the creme de la creme. But that's my interpretation. I don't necessarily think Ed is that kind of person because he calls a radio show. It ain't what you call and do, it's what you say. It ain't what you say, it's what you do. And there's a way to criticize people that you disagree with. There's a way to do all kinds of things. Kevin didn't start that criticism. He started it. I didn't start that. He did. Okay? Because it's the same old story, the same old day. I don't want to talk about him. What else you got to talk about? That's a dead issue with me. Yeah. Now you got something else? I haven't said anything about either one of those gentlemen this morning. Okay. Okay. Those are intricacies that are part of our culture. People who make rules and regulations about our lives, they deserve to have a conversation about them. Well, I breathe. I breathe every day. I mean, the problems don't change because the day does. Okay. No, I'm not. I am not a. I am not a conservative. I'm a moderate that leans right.
Right.
Hey, man, I gotta go. You have 3 minutes left. See you. We'll be back after this.
WSFA First Alert.
Good. Moderate that leans right. Like the Marcus Jackson said, he's a moderate that leans left. Sproudish stuff. Amen. And he makes sense a lot of things. So you're wrong about the weight thing.
No.
What is that? 163?
Look up the recommended weight.
Who recommended it? Who recommended it? Okay, doctors ain't right about everything. Right. So,
the real 600 pound people. I'm on the way. For man, 5'7". What is the ideal weight for a man 5'7"?
I love watching my son run in the field. Let's see this fine buddy high five with Timmy. I love seeing his eyes and his strong for the ball. I love the fact that he's even playing next to his He's making better decisions. And I love knowing that his mistakes have never been safer. Why? Because coaches have more information than they've ever had. Training techniques are more sophisticated, and equipment has never been more advanced. Playing high school is hard, even if you're
I just weighed 133 to 162.
Okay.
And you don't look 162 to me. I don't really 162.
I got 2 boys that are bigger than I am. I gotta be healthy.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you can handle what you want to handle. I went out. I went to, yeah, dude. I put him down.
No, you don't. You shouldn't. Well, you should have been a father. They wouldn't have to put him down.
Well, I ain't say I ever had to. I just said if I want to, though.
Well, you shouldn't have to.
I'm not going to play with him and put him on the ground.
Where you had a home that was 6 grand, 300 pounds.
I'd have to get him that.
I'm just saying, I don't exaggerate what I'm saying. I've done something you bigger than me.
Huh? I think that seems to be the way it goes in everybody, regardless.
Not everybody, some people.
In our culture, because it's the food, it's the enzymes in the food, it's the steroid. I mean, our kids are just getting bigger now. Stay hard down. see parents all the time, responding to their son. And most of the time, the child is calling their dad. Most of the time. Have you 6, 9, something like that? That's an anomaly. That's an anomaly.
That's a variation in DNA. Mother, father, it's not father alone. It's mother and father.
And granddaddy and granddaddy. But
Yeah,
the
and if
they
you go back and you might get it.
I was there. Love my way. I used to call me.
You know what? Let me ask you this. When you were in were you weren't vegan, you weren't vegan. You just got vegan.
Okay, 860-1440. Man, I gotta go to another book. Who's on phone? This guy must got something really important to say. Good morning, who's this?
You still food, okay.
Good morning, who is this? And they don't realize I don't want to control whether or not they get on. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. I see it every morning, brother.
In the mirror?
Every morning. As a matter of fact, I use another. Not me. Why not? I was talking about the 600-pound stroke. Okay. I'm doing good. I go to the doctor all the time, brother. Yeah. My body mass is good. That's what they told me. I just telling you, I go up to the VA all the time, and I'm good. I have no problem. Yeah. He can't pronounce it. Okay. Then why does Corinthians? Wait a minute. So why does Corinthians tell us what love is? Oh, again, why does the book tell us what love is? Okay. That's not.
Well, can I play the devil's advocate? Okay. Can I play the devil's advocate? You say God is love. Okay, who is God? Is it Allah? Is it in the Quran? Is it where? Who is God? Well, we didn't say color. I was asking because there are different gods. Like right now in Israel, they are fighting because of the will of God. They say God said, move here. Take this land from these people. That's love. But here's what I'm saying. We had last week we had a big argument. You know, people got mad with me because I said that the Jews in Israel are taking the property from the Palestinians.
And you're wrong.
And that's not wrong.
You're wrong.
Yes, they took it from them. And who told them? And here, callers, before you get too far, and I asked the question about Zionists to the pastor who was here and said that was the will of God. God said do that. When he returns, he's coming back to Israel. So is that love? I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. In Israel, the Zionists, well, let me ask you this. Are you a Zionist? Okay, a Zionist believes that Israel, the people, the Jews, need a place that we now call Israel, and that has been chosen for them by the rest of the people who are Zionists. All Zionists are not Jews. All Jews are not Zionists. All Jews don't believe that.
Well, I know one thing: you shouldn't be laying in your bed asleep at night and somebody comes across your door to destroy the people.
Well,
whatever your
here's the thing: who made the border? If you made the border, they don't care.
We got border. Yeah.
And that's the problem. There again.
But here's the question I asked: after all the years, right, but after all the years they've been there, why in the world can't they just lighting?
Because the Jews control everything. The colonists control it.
Here's what I know: we don't know enough about what actually happens over there to really speak on it.
We do know that. Israel is a colony.
Yeah, they were up to. Right. So, that's true. Kind of like what happened to the folks, the Marines in Lebanon. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, well, listen, that was the only decision he made that I just didn't like. Yeah. Again, they were ambushed. Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not in a position to make those decisions, and those folks are. So hopefully they'll do the best they can. Good morning on air. I'm fine.
Fine. How are you this morning, sir? Okay. Now let me ask you the question: what is love? The reason I asked the question, sir, see, you gave me a noun to describe something else. Okay. If we're speaking English, right? If you give me a noun to describe a verb, then you're not telling me what the verb is. We're talking about a verb. That's an action. Love is an action, right? That's a verb. No, it's an action.
No, it's not a feeling.
We're talking about an action. It's not a feeling. And if you give me a noun for an action, that's not giving me what the noun is.
Love is not a feeling.
Well, but what I'm saying is love something you do
or something you feel?
Wait, so it's not something you do.
Okay,
well, no, I mean, Paula, let's be realistic here. Now, let's define what we're talking about. I'm not trying to talk over you. I'm just trying to keep it clear. I asked you, what is love? You said a noun, God. Now, I thought love was an action. A verb is an action. If you do something, that's an action. Is love an action, or is it an action, or is it a noun? I asked the question. Hold on. I didn't say anything about Jesus. You're off track, sir. I asked the question: is love something you do, or is it something you see? No, I just asked you a question. Can you answer that?
Your opinion is not. Okay, then.
Okay, so feeling is associated with an action. Let me ask you this.
You got a feeling.
See, I think people are getting confused. They're saying God is, God is, God is. Okay, now let's talk about what is love.
Yeah. What you do, not what you say. Okay. Well,
okay. That's your perspective. Well, that's charity. That's charity. That's something else.
All right. Well, all right. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it. I can't. We ain't gonna figure out what love is. We 7:46 in the morning. Who's this? Good morning.
Fine. How are you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Left or right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 So you turn on the side where McDonald's is. You turn on the side where McDonald's is. Okay. Okay. That's good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And again,
And what does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask this. How do you show love? Here again, call it. Here again. How do you show love of another person to another person? Did God tell you that?
Well, he did tell you.
Did he tell you? Okay. Where? Yes, I do. And I can read it. I can tell you what he says in it. But I don't. All of my so-called Christians have not told me what love is yet. But they say they read the Bible.
They think it's a feeling.
And what does it?
Well,
so
God
can you
didn't
tell me
say
what it
that
says?
love was a.
Let me ask, do you read your Bible? Do you read your Bible?
Okay. Well, he didn't say love was a feeling. That's not in there. Well, that's what one guy just said. If it's a feeling, ain't a feeling.
And which one is that?
Mm-hmm.
Which one is that? What? Who do you call him? And who is that? Elohim? Allah? Who? Who is he? Is that the same? Is that the same God? Is that? Are they all the same God?
Listen, I got to go to my last break, and we can talk about this tomorrow. Appreciate it. We'll be back right after this.
Yeah.
Weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Oh, that's always a conversation.
Well, you know what? It's a very simple answer. If people tell me they read the Bible, they would know it has been repeated time and time again. It is repeated at weddings. It is repeated all the time. What love is.
And it shows you what it is.
Yes, tell you what it is and what it isn't. And that's all I'm saying. All these Bible thumpers. I mean, you told me all this about God. But what is the main thing? I love one more. But what is love? That's a simple question.
Montgomery's Skywarns traffic.
And there's the guidelines.
Stars Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
You do have a nasty way.
Well, you know what? You know, here's what it is, Kevin. And confidence can be mistaken for arrogance to a person who is not confident.
And that's a good way out of it. That's a good slip knot out of.
No, if I am confident in what I'm saying, if I am confident in what I'm saying, and you're not confident in what you're saying, I come across as being arrogant to you when I give you the answer to the question I asked you. You get what I'm saying? So don't forget, if you don't know the answer, just say, I don't know. But then that would be showing your ignorance. So if you're confident in what you're saying, it does not matter what anyone else says. You can give your perspective very easily. And that's therefore you can give your perspective. I give you my perspective, what I believe, and then I can tell you my opinion on what I believe. Not that's not arrogance. That's called confidence. I know what I'm saying. Now, if you can prove the difference, just like when I tell you about obesity, a man over 163 pounds at 5'7" is considered obese.
A white man.
It's not a white man, it's a doctor.
No, it's a white doctor.
What doctor do you go to?
Because black doctors know that black folks.
That's a lie.
Traditionally, are more muscular. That's why our athletes are better because
look.
Yeah, we are.
You know what? You have different weight divisions.
We still are better.
You know, in boxing, you have different weight divisions.
Still better.
You have a lightweight, you have a welterweight, and you have a middleweight. You have
put two athletes together on the same weight, same height. 8 out of 10 times the black guy wins.
That's a racist statement.
Okay, what it is? Black guy will win. Why the NFL all black damn near now?
That's because they specialize in
No. White kids play football too.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Why is the NFL mostly and college campuses?
Okay.
Are black?
Let me ask you this.
Black.
Same, because if a group of people, and I'm talking about not a race, if a group of people from a certain income, they concentrate on something, they will become good at that. Why are most baseball players from South America?
Because we get them.
South Americans better know.
And because they play a lot of baseball, so they got nothing else to do.
They do it year round, and they have specialized in that.
So we think.
So in other words, it doesn't matter what color they are. They can be everything from indigenous people to black people.
We import our baseball players and export our jobs.
No, Kevin, I just proved the point. Yes. It's not race. Because Hispanic is not a race. I don't know, that's just something we know.
Like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, now I only got about 3 minutes left before I have to go, so let me get this right here for a while. I think that's anyway. Good morning, who's this? Yes, good morning. Right. Which is an action. So tell me a feeling. Tell me what feeling is sacrificial. Well, can I display my love to you by my feelings? No, you can't. No, you can't. You can display your love by doing something. Okay. Hmm. So if a woman just had a child, never touched the child, never picked the child up, never coddled it, never did anything, she says I love her. Is she in love? Okay. Okay. Oh, you think that? So you're thinking thing again. So if I never do anything to prove I love you, do I love you? So without the proof of that love, is there love? Oh, yeah. Feelings are great to have.
The short answer, call it love is unconditional giving. You give without condition.
But you got the giving requires to do something.
Yeah, we're doing something. It's unconditional giving.
Right, unconditional giving. I give that.
That's all it is. It's very simple answer.
Yeah.
Unconditional giving. There are no conditions are placed on it. Give it.
Appreciate it. I don't know why people don't have a heart. I can say I love you all day long and go down the street with a plate of food you hungry as hell. Until you surrender some of that love to an action, that's mean anything.
That's what mothers do.
That's what moms do.
Unconditional love.
Yeah. They give of themselves.
Unconditional.
Right. Anyway, we'll be back. Uno Mo Mitko. This concept. Okay, who's coming? Oh, the Catholic brothers. They get anyway. Anyway, we'll be back after this.
Old school there. Oh, that's right. You're in your 60s. You can relate. What are you thinking? Six. Yeah, but well, you on Medicare.
Yeah, I don't use that Medicare crap. Then they wanted to take $174. Wait, they wanted to take $174 out of your check. We're gonna give you the free. No, it's 174. It was when they took me out, it was $174. And then they said, oh, once you put that $174, you get a bunch of free stuff. Okay, on Medicaid, like that, and Joe Davis, they got Joe Davis, Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy whatever. That's right. But you only get that if you give up the $100 and something dollars. So, I can't call it right. Part B, Part C, whatever it is. If you're not getting Part C, then you don't get access to that other stuff. I think it's Part C. Medications and things like that.
I don't have to give up anything. That's in addition to. You don't give up anything.
So you don't
give up anything. In other words, that's in addition to. In other words, on this card, this is like a credit card. Yeah. They load it up quarterly, and I get X number, from what the situation is. I don't take a lot of medication. So if I took a lot of medication, they would put more on it. And then every now and then they put cash on it. See, you're looking at a lot of different things out there.
Where you get that card? I need to give one of those.
Okay, so yeah, we'll call
is that the one that says the red, white, and blue card, right?
Yeah, that's blue card. No, no, you're talking about that one. This is, yeah, this is good. See when I go to the store and get,
So you didn't give up $100 a month?
automatically.
See, I turned it down. It ain't it's automatic because most people.
But you have to say you have another insurance to turn that down.
And I do. So,
but
they told me I can't get it unless I got Part C on the
which
thing.
means you gotta have Medicare.
I do have Medicare, but I don't take the Part C. I didn't need it for medical.
You have Medicare for you.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
But I never used it.
Well, if you have Medicare, that's the real white blue card.
Right.
Okay, this card is in a additional.
But so you're not using up that $148 a month.
This is in addition to you receive. See, all these people, you probably receive a lot of stuff every month about adding on. Well, it's different.
No, because if you're not on Part C, you cannot get that stuff. I called them. I had a long conversation. You have to have Part C. They got to take that $140 something out of your check. When you qualify for all these other things.
Right. Okay, there you go. $140.
Right. I took.
Oh, you don't
my money back.
You don't get the $140.
Right.
Oh, right. Never mind. So see, when you told me you had Medicare, but you don't have
Part C. Right. And so you're paying for that. They ain't giving it to you.
You know what I'm saying? This is an addition to.
Right, but you got to get that before you get that. Right.
Which is well worth it for me because you got dental and medical, then that adds on to what you have.
Yeah. But you're paying for it. It ain't free. They make you pay for it.
No, I pay for it. When you said you had medical, you just don't have Part C. Part C is it's automatic if you don't reject it.
Exactly.
And I reject it. There you go. No, so you can't get it. I can't get it. So you got to pay for it.
Exactly. So, but they come on TV like it's free.
No, it doesn't say that.
Your name, listen, I watch it.
What it is,
you have to pay that Part C.
Well, I know veterans that have Part C.
I don't know why they got it because they can get medicine
too because you get
but it ain't you can't have you pay for it. It ain't an addition.
They take a lot of medicine.
Oh, well, now that may be true.
I got a friend, he takes a lot of medicine. He's got both of them in there. He's got VA. So no worries, as a matter of fact, VA contracts out most of the time. He doesn't matter that. I just go to that.
Yeah, anything I need, I'm just saying. I get the VA. Yeah. But I'm just saying, they ain't giving you nothing free. You paying for it.
No. It's nice to have that. There's nothing for me like
I probably should have tried to get it. You get it. If I felt
all you have to do is go ahead and talk.
If I felt I deserved it, I would have got it.
Hey, you deserve it. Because you are crazy. You are crazy.
I think outside.
Yes. That's you are suffering from PTSD.
I think outside the box. That's what I do.
I could not believe that before you were in the army, you crossed the way you do that. I don't think your brain worked that. You went to the army and you jumped out of that plane, you hit the ground. I think you hit your head.
You always thought different. Because
you lived this long?
Because my people were crazy.
Okay. It's hereditary. It's hereditary.
And we are back. Hey, can we have a serious talk for a second? All the rest of that stuff is fine, but let's talk about something that is absolutely important. It's about a killer, and its name is fentanyl. Did you know that more than 1,400 Alabamians died in 2021 from drug overdoses? It's time to have a conversation about substance abuse. Hope is real. Recovery is also real. So if you are a family member or a friend of suffering from substance abuse disorder, call the Council on Substance Abuse or COSA now. 262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. Or go to COSA, NCADD.org. NCADD.org. Let's get some help today. Not tomorrow, but today. Call COSA 334-262-1629 and get the help you need right now. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life in a better place. Good morning to you. It is, I wrote 11 pages of stuff down there. 11 pages. I got stuff that'll make my brain swell. You did that? No, I forgot your stuff. You forgot about it. Yeah. You probably forgot about me. I just leave from there. I'll be working hard in my home office. What is this? Yeah. You mean Tyrone? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah.
I'm here, and what were you saying? Why did you bring my name up? You probably just don't remember everything in it, but I don't take everything literally in the Bible. Right? In other words, you said the people were here first. That is not true. That is not true. And what does Hamas have to do with Jesus? Right. And there are some children in the United States who become Ku Klux Klan members, and they do all kinds of awful things to people because of their race or religion. Do they believe in Jesus? Do they have Jesus? They burn a cross. Those are Christians who burn a cross. Well, they call themselves Christians. They say they know Jesus. They say they know Jesus. Well, the actions of the people who took over in Israel do not show. Are they showing it now? How many women and children? Oh, they have a right to defend themselves and kill women and children, but Hamas doesn't have the right to kill women and children. When does the victim become the villain? And when does the villain become the victim? If you are the provocateur, sir. Oh, so they're going to kill the children to kill Hamas. If they don't want to kill them, why don't they cease fire? The way to not kill is cease fire. Sir, the way to not kill is cease fire. And let the women and children get out. Well, when did they not reduce, sir? They've never gone away. Well, that is your opinion. You're giving me your opinion, sir, and I'm not calling you ignorant. I just say you have a different opinion. There's a difference. Little 3 minutes, you're up. Hey, appreciate it. I know we can come up with that. That's the conversation we're going to do. But good morning on here. Okay, then. Now, we call for sure. Okay, call him back. My patience can be run a little bit. Yeah, that's fair. I'm talking to they're hard, but that's right. The less we can get, you already talked about it. 824, and the other thing, there are some other things to talk about. And one of those things we can talk about is that the word has come out that our illustrious mayor probably won't vote for the new congressional seat that Texas has now been adorned with the responsibility. And then there, our leader in the House, the minority leader in the House, what's his name, Daniels or something like that. You know, the odds of bet for him. I thought there was nothing. Although I will say, I think there's more prestige, more influence as being the mayor of Montgomery than it would be a new congressman in Washington D.C. where your office is about the size of a bathroom. So I don't know. The new yeah. Anyway. There's more prestige and power here than with you're representing on the national. Right. There's more prestige on the national. We've had black folks down in the national forever. And our plight has not changed really much in America. So that being in the national level, you just brought in a separate issue. No. The reason why we have representation is so we can remove until we get and hackers, they're going to put hackers. If you can't get anything done in the state of Alabama that's of any significance, going to Washington D.C. and doing your congressman, certainly it's a possibility that he could be in the majority if all of the states are restructured the way they're trying to go. They will go to hell. Yeah, in my opinion. The fact is, those states, if the lines are redrawn, and Alabama is one of them, then it's only a 5-seat majority. Republicans have that could. Yeah, this can really the way things are going, some of those. Yeah, I think we tired of hearing about the LGBT and everybody. Every time they put somebody in office, we got to know what they're doing at home. I think we've done it. We try to talk about it. I don't either. You know what? That's my problem. Why don't they keep bringing it up? So why do we keep bringing it up? You know what? I fought the conservatives as much as I do the liberals on the issues of LGBT. It is a non-issue. It is not a non-issue. With some conservatives, that is a big issue. It is a big issue. What is the issue? Who cares? We care. Because
Because if you're
I
gonna
don't care what you do.
if you're gonna think you can change the definition of things by
I don't care. You're
I
not
don't care what
changing
you
it.
do either.
You know what it is?
And so,
It's a feeling. Here we go.
I ain't feeling it.
It's a feeling.
It is a fact that the indoctrination of our children is going on in America
Oh,
right now.
no, it's
Yes, it is.
Kevin,
We
it's a feeling.
It's like here we get an editorial. What
Let me
the
ask you.
world-
Oh, watch this. Yeah. What does your son believe?
What I told him.
All right then.
But my son is
And
strong.
our children believe. You think everyone else child is weak?
No, but I'm telling you, today we got so many
Whether they're
women out there that don't have.
hold on. Here's
Yeah.
Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, you are responsible for your children.
There are influences.
And you are
the external influences that affect our kids. We can't be with them
And if
every day.
if the external forces are stronger than you,
They can be.
that is not your fault.
They can be.
And if they are, what is? I mean, look.
They can be.
Okay, let me tell you this. If a kid is going to be gay, they're going to be gay. It has nothing to do. This is the whole issue. I don't care if he's gay.
When you tell me, you tell me that the fundamental existence of a human being comes from a male intersection with a female that produces a child. Okay, if you begin to tell my kids that science, that you don't need a male and a female to get together. Now men can have babies. If you can't believe that, you have no sense. That's not bad.
No one says.
Yes, they are saying it. They are
There
saying
is
it.
no one saying that men can produce.
Last week there's an article. Yes,
I
they
don't know
are.
what. I've never read that. Men cannot produce.
Yeah. I know that. You know that.
Okay, that's fine.
But now if a girl looks like a man, she's gonna put the steroid and give her hair. Well, I calculate that's a man.
Well, that's another issue. We're talking about
And if you
people identity.
cannot,
Let me ask you. And I keep saying, are you homophobic? Are you afraid of homosexuality?
Absolutely not. I'm afraid of the indoctrination of my kids and grandkids that tells you that men cannot be men and women cannot be women.
I am not afraid of what my children think about me. I can't control that.
If you cannot control common sense,
you know what? Here's the thing. We're mixing two things in.
It all together.
We have religious beliefs that are crossing over into psychology. The two don't mix.
Without even
psychology.
Even know.
Hold on. This is what I'm speaking. What we're talking about is psychology. That's a psychological. Yes, that's what it is.
It's indoctrination.
No.
Yeah. Let me grab it. We're talking about indoctrination, not psychology. Good morning. Who's this? Ooh. Yeah.
Good morning.
Mm-hmm. Some topics bother me and some don't. I don't care what they do with the money. They don't ask me. Can we do anything about it? What? I said, can we do anything about it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because they cheated us anyway. $150 don't do nothing for me. Unless I had it right now. That's not true. The other day I brought up, even in Israel yesterday, I said, listen, why in the world can't our guys, when they get out of prison, get their rights to go back automatically? Why they got to go through all this hoopla just to get a right to vote? Why? Exactly. Y'all didn't serve it. Y'all didn't solve it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if it's relevant, or if it's relevant, yeah. Listen, you were one of them educators. What you do about it? Oh, there we go. No, they didn't. No, they listen. That was eye candy. That was eye candy. They didn't do jack any different. No, wait. They didn't do anything any more different than was being done to begin with. So the state didn't take jack over. It was all smoke and mirrors. And they believe the same. And they believe the same thing that the people believe. They believe the same thing that the people already there believe. It is. It is. Hey, it is what it is. Let me take one more. 8:23 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, I'm doing fine. Good morning. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to believe that. I'm not. I mean, that's just me. Right, right. But I don't believe that. Something. Well, let me ask you. Something controls us all anyway. So, why not religion? Why not religion though? And religion are just the rules by which you live your life by. The more which you live your life by. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't there. You were there. I don't have a clue. Okay. And with that, we got to go to bed. All right. Appreciate it. We'll be back after this. I don't think religion is to control people. It helps to control us, help us control ourselves.
Religion controls people. We disagree. Let's go with that.
Automotive family owned.
What is the first thing that the colonizers put in the indigenous people in North and South America?
I don't know.
Religion. Because religion, I think, no longer practice their religion.
You can practice it in your heart.
Well, you can, and that's why some of those people, they were transformed their religion to something that was disguised or something. That's what voodoo is. Voodoo is a form of voodoo. A native African religion that was transformed to make people believe that that the same people who believe in voodoo were the same ones who were supposed to be temple. That's where it came from. The deity in voodoo comes from Catholicism.
I don't think Father Dean don't believe
it's a variation, not race. Don't say it because I have to say it like I do.
Since the terrible Israelis and Palestinians. We have Jewish homes in the outskirts of Paris. Multiple group fires have dated, painted on homes. Lots of people have been screwed next to Jewish institutions. Students have been coupled with Milan outside of Jewish schools. They share the photo of news. Jewish homes in Paris being marked with the scarlet of David. Many people see this. Later today, the Phoenix Capital Group is inviting you to invest in the heart of America and secure Phoenix energy independence. They connect private investors just like you with investments in tangible oil and gas assets. Investing in these high-yield corporate companies, investors are yielding 9 to 13% annual interest with monthly payments. There are multiple options for different returns to choose from. Different types of qualified investors make any kind of income. With the confidence in the American dream, to the platform that built our nation. And you can sign up and help us through educational level for all the other education and level is absolutely free. Sign up at Humanity.com. Phoenix at Humanity.com. I think it's so cool. Something you should know wherever you listen.
Borrow truck vibrating. If you had your tires and wheels balanced, still having vibration,
My name is Greg Kaczynski, and this is my volunteer. I volunteer with the company companies who keep computers fixed and helping you other basic lessons to stay on the right USB drive. It's huge. Hey man,
you go see the movie The Woman King?
Yeah. My name is Greg Kaczynski. I help people achieve natural
No, what it is, it is based on, so what you have is a sensation of a series of events. It didn't happen like day by day like that. The whole thing happened over a period of time. And what is truthful is that homie, so you know that the homie women, they were all virgins. They were like the Knights Templar. The only man they had filthy to was the king. Unless he said they were free to be with another man, they didn't. He could give one of his queens to another. They were the warriors, and they were the fiercest warriors.
And we are back. Good morning, and good morning again. You interesting. I guess I'm wondering. Can you tell me of any significant piece of legislation that has come out of that house? I mean, it's in 1991. That has come out of that house that has either directly, or indirectly affected the mobility of the people that they represent. You know, any signature piece of legislation?
Well, I can't name legislation, but I'm saying that any legislation in the United States, using the generator in the house and about the president. So I think a piece of legislation that needs to be tweaked and still argued about is the Affordable Care Act. That isn't an act in itself. The purpose of it is to make medicine, medical care more affordable for citizens. That's what it is. And it did put a lot of citizens, that piece of legislation did put a lot of citizens who were not insured before. But the caveat is that they didn't ensure that the insurance companies would not take advantage of the people who already have insurance. That should have been put in place, and it wasn't. They are putting the burden, the extra cost, on the people who already have insurance. And the insurance companies did that. But that was an unforeseen thing that happened. But instead of arguing and saying this is a bad piece of legislation, it's like Social Security. It's a good piece of legislation, but it needs tweaking. Now, I don't care whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, the Affordable Care Act is an act, a piece of legislation that was beneficial to a lot of people for a very short time. No. It's still is. But to some people, the insurance company, which is a for-profit entity, has come in and said, because of the Affordable Care Act, we have to go up on you. They didn't have to, but they did. It cut into their profit margin. That's what has been taken into account. That's right. But if you're going to make legislation, you should make sure that those people who will just profit off of what you are doing are not going to take advantage of it. And that's what it is. Then therefore, the insurance companies went to the government and said, they are the cause of this going up. No, the insurance companies didn't have to. The intent was okay. No. But it needed tweaking then, and it needs tweaking now. I think it is a good piece of legislation, but it needs to be worked on. But instead of arguing about it being a Democratic thing or a Republican thing, we need to say it is a thing for citizens that needs to be improved. Well, so that does that answer? And that's a national level, but that's what you're talking about. I'm talking state level. I thought you were talking about state level. Now you're talking about state level. A significant piece. Now that is a super majority Republican state level. But forget who the majority is. You know, you can't. Because legislation is basically what? What you say the party. Well, let me put it this way. But I thought you asked me a question about now. No. I'm talking about the money. We're not going to say about that. Now we got to come up with another quote unquote district that supposedly lets black folks determine their own representative. It's not, but it's voted on local. What I'm saying, you're mixing things up. That is on the national. Yeah, I know that, but it's voted locally. And they will be a U.S. representative. Right. So my question is, so that's what you were talking about. You're talking about the national.
because I asked the question before. If you haven't done anything significant locally, when you have a smaller group of people to work with, your state house, how in the world are we going to go
Here's what happens, Kevin.
to Washington
Right now?
Yeah.
You know what? To be a Democrat in the House right now or the Senate in Alabama is really useless because there's a supermajority. They're not going to agree to anything you say, and they have no reason to because they have a supermajority. So if it was me, and I had an opportunity to get into a group that every 2 years has the opportunity to be in the majority, I would do that. It's two different things. It's apples and oranges.
Every time I hear that about this lame excuse about I'm in the minority, so therefore we can't get anything done.
You can't get anything.
I can only think of Thurgood Marshall.
You can't even bring it up.
I can only think of Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall went before the U.S. Supreme Court, a bunch of all white folks, and won a landmark case of change the structure of education in America. Again, one man went in front of the U.S. Supreme Court and won.
Hold on. That's judicial. That's the judicial way. And you can convince, it's the judicial. And it wasn't a matter of convincing a Republican or a Democrat.
But it was.
It is supposed to be nonpartisan.
Okay, but we know that's not true.
Okay. Now, when you went before them, there were Republicans who voted in his favor and Democrats.
Exactly. Because logic
but that is judicial.
Okay, so you telling me
judicial is nonpartisan.
So we accept the excuses of Democrats.
Judicial is nonpartisan.
It's not nonpartisan.
It's supposed to. We sound like Donald Trump.
We know it's not nonpartisan. People believe philosophically what they believe, and they
the law is the law. There is case law.
That's what the crap too. It's all theory. Okay, we know.
There is a precedent.
Yeah. Okay. I hear. Okay. Let me
and if not a precedent, it's a landmark decision.
Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah.
I usually am when I talk and you're on the phone. What am I wrong about now?
Would you like the doctor?
Would you like the doctor? Then he actually the information. He was hold on. It's the difference between deception and misinformation. Okay, it was a difference. I believe this is my belief. You believe what you believe. I believe. I believe that the information that he was given, he was told that people would be able to keep their doctor. Now, when the bill was passed, there were doctors who did not want to accept it. Okay, look, I believe that I don't think he intentionally deceived people. Go ahead. You asked me the question. No, well, I gave you my answer correctly. Well, look, it's a conversation. You speak, I speak. Well, if you get up too far, I'll probably have to stop you right there. Okay, well, just stop me. Okay, you're right.
Okay, I'm going to show that. And with that, we'll be right back. He didn't mention it. But I remember that now. They did tell me they had pre-existing condition, You're making people check policies for birth and all that.
Yeah, but I'm not, look, because I say to you that you're right. That doesn't mean you won.
But
that means it's not worth me arguing with you about the situation if you're picking around to get to a point.
I mean, you know.
But what I said in the beginning was, the basic concept was to have affordable insurance.
The concept was great.
Okay, now there was tweaking, and I said there needed to be tweaking in there. And the insurance company did not have to increase the way they did.
If you tell them they got to cover pre-existing conditions, then that takes the price up.
They did not have to receive. The insurance company is in the business to make money. So if they can find caveats in there that they can make money on, they're going to do it. So they found the tweaks in there to do that. So they did not have to.
So they didn't have to take.
They are in the business to make money. The object of the bill was to make.
So they didn't have to take pre-existing conditions.
Look, what I'm saying, Kevin, there were caveats in there. That's why I said it needs to be tweaked. And if you pick around and say certain things, I said it all the time. It needed to be tweaked then, and it needs to be tweaked now. Is that not what I said?
We'll be back. I've been tweaking done. We'll be back.
Nah, not yet.
Anytime you tell an insurance company that is good, this condition, you know it's going to take back everything else. You know it's going to. They have no choice. They got to pay for it. And millions could not.
Yes. In other words, the first thing is to get the pass. Then you work on it.
Like Pelosi said, well, we don't know what's in it. We're just going to pass it. We're just going to pass it.
It's like Social Security. Social Security has been tweaked over the years. Medicare has been tweaked.
I don't think millionaires ought to get Social Security.
In other words, right now, Medicare is going every year. There's a change to Medicare every year. I've only been on there like 2 years, and there's been change every year that I've been listening each year. But you don't hear people arguing about Medicare.
Well, because they do better than nothing.
Right. So that's the same thing that could be for the so-called Obamacare, which is Affordable Care Act. All we're doing is Affordable Care Act, and it should be that. It should be a misnomer. It's not affordable. It should be that for some people. And that should be, but there should be.
If you look outside, you can get it. Low poverty, yeah. But these making a piece of money, it's costing money.
Here's what I'm saying. It should be. It should be.
I just want to see.
You already have all that. They're going to be happy with you. You're already insured. Yeah, they do. You got to the way you. That's a lot. And that's false. They won't go. Yes, they will. Everything you on a computer. You don't think you're not on a computer? They can pull up right away. If they can pull up how much you pay for your truck, they can pull up how much you pay for your insurance. The insurance is tied to the credit.
Your credit is bad. So he let me get these stuff.
No, usually it's bad too. Well, eventually, because the person can't wait to pay for something like that.
Well, but you could wait.
You could wait. And so if you
want to use their money, they're going to charge you.
They're going to charge you. But if you just wait and save them, it's all the same thing and pay for the cash. You would be in a bargaining position.
The Obama administration knew that millions could not keep their health insurance.
Yes, and that's what the Green thing. I'm not even going to go. That's what Republican Party. They report to me.
No, they're making it.
They're making report. What I'm saying is, you asked me a piece. That's a good piece with a good start. I'm going to say what I said at first. It needed tweaking when it was put there, and it needs tweaking now. And they can fix that. Yeah.
So who's it gonna cost? Who's it gonna cost for them to fix it?
Look, like it. If you switch money that we're spending on certain other things and put it on healthcare, it's just like right now, so let's brought it up. If we spent money on healthcare, we spend it on that bill and we build it on taxes, we wouldn't have a problem with this. It's our priority. We have a surplus, we have to put the surplus on it, build a new building. The largest, the most expensive prison in the world is in Alabama. Well, the most expensive prison in the world is in Alabama. You know, we're talking about closing down hospitals. So it's your priority. Then we got to put some people in prison. There's thousands of people, and then, you know how many people are in that prison? 4,000 people. $1 billion prison. That's almost and it's like 500 million more than the prison that they're doing in Georgia to replace that big thing in Suffolk County that they're talking about. And it'll have 4,500 people. In other words, why is ours almost $500 million more than the one in Georgia that'll have 500 more people? Alternative sentencing. The hell out of it. All right, alternative. I think on Friday nights, you in jail for stealing, you just need to pull your pants down at a Michigan baseball game and put the paddle on. Yeah, that's what I look at. Okay. Nobody wants to get paddled in front of everybody. They can do it anyway. Good morning, who's this? Yeah. Good morning. Yeah. Oh, sure, sure. Because here's the deal, though. Right. But for some reason, we believe we're getting another congressional district. So wait a minute, that sardine packed in there like sardine is going to change the plight of black folks. No, Kevin, we're already packed in like sardines. In other words, Montgomery County is divided into three. That's true. And how is it that Montgomery, the second largest city, whichever argument you want to have, and Birmingham has the same representation? How that's packing in sardines. That line goes up the black belt, goes through Montgomery, and goes to Birmingham, and packs in black people. Sure. Like in sardines. That's what we have now. Right. And so my thing is, so we're changing that, so we divide that, so there will be better representation in Montgomery. So now we're gonna take the sardines from this group and put it in. No, it's not sardines. Well, it's still sardines. It's misrepresentation. Yeah. Again, don't. But we are giving. I hear you, but we are giving. Right. But we are given the illusion. It is an illusion to think because we come up with another district packed with black folks in it, all of a sudden that is not going packed, to change. That is going we're to already packed. Right. And now we're going to be repacked. We're packed and now we're going to be repacked. There's no guarantee still because of the percentage. It's not a guarantee. It will be a close race. A Republican going to run. I think it could be if black folks. Well, wait a minute. And the reason, wait a minute. The reason why it isn't right. The reason why it isn't because black folk, for some stupid reason, think if you're not a Democrat, you're not for them. It's not a stupid reason. It's a stupid reason. No. What is most important? And watch this.
Because black folks won't put one in. And wait a minute.
The most important
They have.
Kevin, and people can argue about this. The most important issue with black people is race.
And it's a Republican argument.
And the Republican, it's not a vote.
It's a bogus argument.
And the Republican Party gives the wink
I'm
to
sorry.
all of those groups.
We got a guy up north, two of them lately, that are black, that have been putting in office in Republican districts.
Right. Because they go against black.
Not go against black. It's a philosophical change.
No, it's not a philosophical. As long as you criticize, it's like when you criticize black people love it.
I criticize white folks too. Yes, I do.
You don't criticize Trump. You have never criticized Trump.
Yes, I have. I said he talks too much. He's narcissistic, and he's not a leader. He's a boss. I did say that, but I still like him because he stands for America. Make America first. Anyway, who's this? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, sorry about that. Stop, Gail. Good morning. Who's this? Okay. Anyway, so much I call back whoever that was a couple weeks ago. But again, I'm just saying, listen. Whites have shown the willingness to vote for blacks in the state of Alabama as a Republican. It is black folks who won't vote for you.
No, they're not. You know what?
They
the
have.
only way that white people will vote for a black Republican is that black Republican sounds like.
I'm sorry.
You remind me when he doesn't believe in race. You remember Nikki Haley? No, no, there's no.
You remind me of all those kids in high school. If you spoke the King's English halfway right, you know what they would tell you? You're talking right. You remind me of one of those people because we all have to speak the same, act the same, say the same thing. We can't believe in a different way.
You know what? You said it exactly right. You're talking right.
Exactly. You're talking right. Okay, good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Good morning. Who's this? Oh. There was somebody to jump in. Come on. We got you now. Oh, Flatwood. Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're doing fine, I think. No, that's what I ain't gonna call it. No, but I will come. Yeah. That's when I dress in the too. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay, bye bye. One more call, and then we'll have a last word with me and Donald. We'll be wrong again, but that's okay. Good morning. I hear you, bro. Anyway, all I was saying that I don't want all of a sudden we get another district and people think that all of a sudden life is all the same.
No,
It will not.
we agree there. All that is, and the main purpose of this right now
It's for the party, not
for the
us.
party. It's for the party. Now, if you're in the party that can be in a position to be the majority to help you, that helps. But it's not going to change everything overnight.
Maybe Stephen decided that he agreed with me and he decided not to run.
Wow.
Because it's
I can't speak for that. I don't know whether you want to run. You told me I was a good thing. So
yes, you're right. You're right. Look at that day. Good morning on there. Well, now that's a question. What you call that? It's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
I do know
someone's got to win.
Yeah, someone's got to win.
I'm pretty sure.
But that's what they're doing for.
The difference is not that big. It'll be a competitive race.
It'll be a competitive race.
And I think most people should agree with that. It should be a competitive race, and that there are majority of people come out and vote. You vote for Democrat or you vote for Republican. Majority win. Yeah. Well, but it's not guaranteed.
One of the people who I think may run, I'm going to have him on next week, and we will see. And Kirk can come if he wants to. Again, though, I like to see people with a winning record go someplace. And I'm going to disagree with you to this extent. We can have a conversation later on. I believe that a minority can win against a majority if the cause is just.
No.
And if the fight
that's fiction.
And if the fight is brought the right
in
way.
Legislation, you have to have a majority.
I just think it can be done.
That's what it is. If it's city council, if it's a state legislature, you cannot win without a majority.
So you can never tell me the piece of legislation that passed that benefited the minority. Passed by the majority. I can tell you that. Out of time right now. I'm going to find the minority bill was passed by the majority. I guarantee you that. You just have to you can't include all race, this, you have to.
When you say minority, we're talking party, okay?
Right, party. Yeah.
All bills are passed. I'll give you a good one. Like this. Here's a good one. Okay. The Speaker of the House. Who put him out?
Wait, Montgomery?
No, the Speaker of the House in Republican. What was the name of the guy? Who put him out?
Republicans did.
No, Number 8, Republicans vote. Number 8, Republicans vote put him out.
That's good to show you.
But it's how you put something out. See, you were trying to find, but I'm trying to show you. But I guess that's how the majority. See, in other words, the majority they voted what they're going to vote all the time anyway. It's like right now, but a minority voted for Hakeem Jeffries, right? Right. As a matter of fact, Hakeem Jeffries had more votes than the Republican in one of the votes. But they didn't have 217. Again, I always go back to Sergio Martin. He walked into a meeting for, yeah, but they still were white racists.